Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to our YouTube channel, where we delve into topics that inspire, uplift, and nourish the soul. Today, we embark on a profound journey, a journey centered around the transformative power of inviting God into your life. In a world often fraught with challenges, uncertainties, and distractions, the longing for something deeper, something more meaningful, resonates within each of us. It's a longing for connection, purpose, and peace, a longing that finds its fulfillment in the presence of God. So join us as we explore the profound implications of embracing God in your life and discover the abundant blessings and transformative joy that await those who dare to take this sacred step. Welcome to Inviting God into Your Life, Embracing Transformation and Fulfillment. In the hustle and bustle of life, it's easy to feel lost, overwhelmed, and alone. But amidst the chaos, there's a longing deep within us for something greater, something beyond ourselves. That longing is for God, a presence that brings comfort, guidance, and meaning to our lives. In this video, we'll explore the significance of inviting God into our lives and how doing so can bring profound transformation and fulfillment. Many of us have experienced moments of despair, uncertainty, and doubt. We've faced challenges that seemed insurmountable, and we've searched for answers in all the wrong places. But when we acknowledge our need for God, we open ourselves up to a source of strength that surpasses our understanding. It's a recognition that we can't navigate life's journey alone, and that we need divine guidance to light our path. Inviting God into our lives isn't about adhering to rigid religious practices or following a set of rules. Instead, it's about cultivating a personal relationship with a loving and merciful Creator. It's about surrendering our worries, fears, and shortcomings and trusting in God's plan for our lives. When we relinquish control and place our faith in God, we discover a sense of peace that transcends our circumstances. One of the most profound aspects of inviting God into our lives is experiencing His unconditional love. In a world that often feels cold and indifferent, God's love serves as a constant source of comfort and reassurance. It's a love that knows no bounds and accepts us for who we are, flaws and all. When we embrace this love, we find solace in knowing that we are never alone, no matter how difficult life may seem. Moreover, inviting God into our lives empowers us to live with purpose and intentionality. Instead of aimlessly drifting through life, we discover a deeper calling, one that is rooted in serving others and making a positive impact on the world. Whether it's through acts of kindness, compassion, or generosity, we become vessels of God's love, spreading light in the darkness and bringing hope to those in need. At times, we may feel unworthy of God's presence or doubt our ability to live up to His expectations. But it's important to remember that God's grace is boundless and extends to all who seek Him. There is no sin too great, no mistake too irreparable for God's forgiveness. When we humble ourselves before Him and acknowledge our need for His mercy, we open the door to a life transformed by His grace. The journey of inviting God into our lives is one of profound significance and transformation. It's a journey marked by faith, love, and a deepening relationship with our Creator. When we recognize our need for God and open our hearts to His presence, we discover a source of strength, purpose, and fulfillment that surpasses anything the world has to offer. So let us embrace God's invitation with open arms and allow His love to guide us on our journey through life. Furthermore, inviting God into our lives provides us with a sense of hope and resilience, even in the face of adversity. When we encounter challenges or setbacks, we can take comfort in knowing that God is with us, offering His unwavering support and encouragement. His presence gives us the strength to persevere, to keep moving forward with courage and determination, knowing that He has a purpose for every trial we face. Another aspect of inviting God into our lives is experiencing a deep sense of peace that transcends our circumstances. In a world filled with turmoil and uncertainty, God's peace offers us a refuge, a quiet sanctuary where we can find rest for our weary souls. It's a peace that surpasses all understanding, calming our anxieties and fears, and filling us with a sense of serenity and tranquility. Moreover, inviting God into our lives fosters a sense of gratitude and humility within us. When we recognize His blessings and provisions in our lives, we are compelled to give thanks and praise for His goodness. This attitude of gratitude transforms our perspective, shifting our focus from what we lack to all that we have been given. It instills in us a spirit of generosity and contentment, knowing that everything we have is a gift from God. Additionally, inviting God into our lives enables us to find meaning and purpose in the midst of life's complexities. It's a recognition that we are part of something greater than ourselves, a divine plan unfolding before our eyes. As we align our will with God's will, we discover our true calling and find fulfillment in fulfilling His purposes. Whether it's through our vocations, relationships, or service to others, we become agents of His grace, bringing light to a darkened world. It's important to acknowledge that inviting God into our lives is a continual process, one that requires patience, perseverance, and faith. There will be moments of doubt and struggle, times when we falter and lose sight of His presence. But through it all, God remains steadfast, ever ready to welcome us back into His loving embrace. As we journey through life, let us hold fast to the promise that God is always with us, guiding us, sustaining us, and filling our hearts with His boundless love. The decision to invite God into our lives is perhaps the most important choice we will ever make. It's a choice that has the power to transform our hearts, our minds, and our souls. When we open ourselves up to God's presence, we open ourselves up to a life of purpose, peace, and joy beyond measure. So let us embrace this invitation wholeheartedly and allow God to work wonders in our lives, now and for all eternity. Moreover, inviting God into our lives fosters a sense of interconnectedness with all of creation. When we recognize God as the source of all life, we begin to see His handiwork in every aspect of the world around us. From the beauty of nature to the intricacies of human relationships, God's presence permeates every corner of existence. This awareness deepens our appreciation for the interconnectedness of all living beings and instills in us a sense of responsibility to care for God's creation. Inviting God into our lives also brings clarity and discernment in decision-making. As we seek His guidance and wisdom, we become attuned to His voice, guiding us along the path of righteousness. In moments of uncertainty, we can trust in God's providence, knowing that He has a plan for our lives. His guidance empowers us to make choices that align with His will and lead to a life of fulfillment and purpose. Furthermore, inviting God into our lives cultivates a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation. Just as God extends His mercy and forgiveness to us, we are called to extend the same grace to others. Through forgiveness, we break free from the chains of resentment and bitterness, allowing God's love to heal our wounded hearts. In reconciling with others, we mirror God's desire for unity and restoration, fostering peace and harmony in our relationships. Another profound aspect of inviting God into our lives is experiencing His transformative power. God has the power to heal the brokenness within us, to mend our shattered spirits, and to redeem our past mistakes. When we surrender ourselves fully to God, He works miracles in our lives, transforming our weaknesses into strengths and our failures into opportunities for growth. His transformative love brings about a metamorphosis that transcends our human limitations. Moreover, inviting God into our lives empowers us to live authentically and with integrity. In a world that often values superficiality and pretense, God calls us to be true to ourselves and to Him. Inviting God into our lives also deepens our sense of compassion and empathy for others. As we draw closer to God, we become more attuned to the needs and sufferings of those around us. His love compels us to reach out to the marginalized, the oppressed, and the forgotten, offering them hope and healing in His name. Through acts of compassion and kindness, we become vessels of God's love, shining His light in the darkest corners of the world. Furthermore, inviting God into our lives strengthens our resilience in times of adversity. When we face trials and tribulations, God stands with us as our fortress and our refuge. His presence gives us the courage to persevere, to endure hardships with grace and dignity. Even in the midst of life's storms, we can find solace in knowing that God is with us, guiding us through the darkness and leading us into His marvelous light. Inviting God into our lives is a transformative journey that brings meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. It's a journey of surrender, of opening our hearts to God's love and allowing Him to work wonders within us. As we walk hand in hand with God, we discover the abundant blessings He has in store for us and the profound joy that comes from knowing Him intimately. So let us continue to seek God's presence in our lives, trusting in His goodness and grace to lead us on the path to eternal life. Moreover, inviting God into our lives nurtures a sense of gratitude for the blessings we receive each day. Through prayer and reflection, we become more aware of the countless gifts that God bestows upon us. From the air we breathe to the relationships we cherish, gratitude opens our hearts to receive God's abundant blessings with humility and appreciation, fostering a deeper connection to His providence and provision in our lives. Furthermore, inviting God into our lives strengthens our sense of identity and belonging. As children of God, we find our truest selves in relationship with Him, discovering our worth and significance as beloved members of His family. This identity, rooted in God's love, provides us with a firm foundation upon which to build our lives, empowering us to navigate the challenges and uncertainties of the world with confidence and resilience. Another profound aspect of inviting God into our lives is experiencing His presence in the midst of solitude and silence. In moments of stillness, we can connect with God on a deeper level, allowing His peace to permeate our souls and quiet our restless minds. Through prayer, meditation, and contemplation, we create sacred spaces where we can commune with God and draw strength from His everlasting presence. Moreover, inviting God into our lives fosters a spirit of creativity and innovation. As co-creators with God, we are inspired to use our unique talents and gifts to bring beauty and goodness into the world. Whether through art, music, literature, or entrepreneurship, we can channel God's creativity to inspire others and enrich the fabric of society. By embracing our creative potential, we honor the divine spark within us and glorify God through our creative endeavors. Inviting God into our lives also deepens our commitment to justice and righteousness. As followers of Christ, we are called to advocate for the marginalized, to speak out against injustice, and to work towards a world where all people are treated with dignity and respect. Through acts of compassion and advocacy, we bear witness to God's kingdom of love and justice, bringing about transformative change in our communities and beyond. Furthermore, inviting God into our lives cultivates a spirit of humility and service. Like Jesus, who washed the feet of His disciples, we are called to humble ourselves and serve others with love and compassion. Through acts of kindness, generosity, and selflessness, we reflect God's character and demonstrate His love to those in need. In serving others, we experience the profound joy that comes from following in the footsteps of our Savior,